I've got these beautiful card blanks from Temu that you'd normally colour in and use as bookmarks. Loads of different designs in there, but I thought instead of using them for bookmarks, I've picked out a few of the designs and I think I want to use them in a tray today instead. So let's get some resin mixed up and get started. So I think with the tray I want to keep it quite simple because I'm going to be colouring in the bookmarks later, so the colour will be in those. So I'm just going to use some of the Let's Resin mica powder in black, and I'm just going to go around the outside edge with the black mica and just burnish that all in to the edges of the tray. So I'm just going to burnish that all in, make sure I'm getting that all up the sides down there as well. So I don't think you need to see me doing this. So I'll get this all done, get some resin mixed up, and then I'll see you back for the next bit. I've mixed up some of the Let's Resin 1:1 epoxy resin, and this size tub actually comes with these handy little pump dispensers, so that's good, especially if you're mixing up small amounts that aren't like measurable on the side of your cup. So next I'm going to add some white pigment paste to my resin and then get that mixed in. So now that's all mixed in, I've tidied up the top of the mould here with any overspill that I had of the mica. This black is actually looking more like a sort of gunmetal grey than black, but I'm sure it'll be okay. Right, so next I'm going to take the same mica powder and I'm just going to add some bits just around the outside, just plopping some of that down onto there. I think that will probably be enough. I don't want too much of that. Let's just pop another bit there. That will do, I think. Let's just put the lid on that and pop that out the way. And then I'm going to use some 99% alcohol. Give that a good squirt. Get it wet, but not like absolutely saturated in it. I think that will probably be enough. And then I'm just going to pour my white straight over the top. Just going to let it slowly find its own way down the sides of the mould there. Just working my way around. And then just top up all the rest. Hopefully I've made enough. I think I made 300. So let's just get that middle section covered in case I need to make some more. Right, let's just use all of that up. Just scrape out everything in my pot there. Oopsie daisies. Jeez. Good job that wasn't a full pot. Right. Let's just get the rest of it out. I don't think it's far from the top, so I don't think I'll bother making up any more. I think that'll be fine. And if I do make up some more, I'll just do that off camera. So we'll leave this to cure now. Let's just give it a quick squirt over the top with the 99% alcohol. Pop any bubbles. So we'll leave this to cure and then I'll see you back for demould. This is all cured up now, so let's pop this out and see how it's looking. Let's get rid of that frame section first. Right, and let's get this one out. Should come out easily enough. Oh, God, there's quite a bit of suction on that though, but it's coming out okay. Ooh, looking nice. Let's just pop that mould back in the right way. Lovely. I guess the sides are a bit patchy, but it's okay. I don't dislike it like that. Right, okay, so these were gonna go in here, so they'll go along in there like that. So next I think we'll paint these with some watercolours. I've got my watercolour set. I can't actually remember how to pronounce the name of this, but it is a Japanese brand. So I'm not going to do this all neat and tidy. I'm just going to give it sort of like a light brushing over. So let's start with the green sections, and the images don't match up at all, but I think they're near enough to make it look like they're a set. So I'm just going to sort of roughly colour in some areas, like I say, not being too fussy at all about how it goes or if I go over the edges. So let's do all this green section first and carry that all over. So I think that would do to match in that bottom grass section there. Okay, right, next let's do, there's two foxes there, let's do the foxes. Let's start with this one over here. Let's put some of that reddy browny colour in, and let's do the same over to this one over here. That would be okay, I think. And then just take some of that colour up around his face. Just make that slightly lighter. And then the same over to this one. That will do, I think. Like I say, I don't want it to be perfect at all. Right, and what should we do next? Let's do the little hedgehog. Let's do his little face in like a tawny colour. That would do for him. Let's do the bear brown. Roughly colouring these in, so that will do for him. And what colour should we do the rabbit? Let's do a grey rabbit, shall we? Do a grey one. Let's get some more of that grey. Colour that one in. And I think he can have some little pink ears. Just pop a bit of pink in there. That will do for him. Oh, we've got another rabbit over here and a squirrel. Let's do the squirrel in a darker brown. That will do for him. Just blot some of that off. And let's just colour in some of that. Just use some of that brown up for the hedgehog. There we go. And then I can do the same for that one there. Alright, got another little rabbit there. Let's just do him brown, grey as well. So let's colour this one in as well. Or her rather. She's got a little pink bow there. Or a bow anyway. Let's do her bow pink maybe. Let's do her ear pink. And then just do her little bows pink as well. That will do for her. Let's just add a little bit of this orangey colour into the fox, just to deepen up that colour a bit. And then the same over to this one. That will do. We'll do his tail in that colour as well, I think. Let's just do his tail. Oh, is that his tail? Why has he got two tails? Looks like he's got two tails. Let's just do that tail, tail as well. Don't know why it's looking like there's two there. Let's do that one. Let's just take off some of that off of the tip there. Right, that would do. And what should we do next? Let's do this toadstool in a, oh, that's a bit pinky, isn't it? That'll be okay though. That'll be all right. So that's that. Let's just add some colour to the stalk. Colour that in. Could do with being a bit darker. That will do. Right. And oh, we've got some more over here. Let's do those in a different red. That will do for those. Let's just block those a bit. I think this card has some sort of coating on it, so it's trying to repel the paint. Right, that would do for those. Let's go over this a bit as well, maybe. There, that will do. Right, what next? Let's do some more of these leaves in a different green. So I think what I'll do is I'll just carry on painting this and pop you on a fast forward, I think.
Two foxes dart through ferns with leaf bright grins for me. A bear taps on a stump like it found a melody. Two squirrels zip and loop around a crooked pine. Two rabbits hop in circles in the mossy morning shine. Hear the soft gold hum under pine cone skies. Everyone is glowing in the trees so high. Play on in the pine cone parade. Foxes and bears and the little ones sway. Play on where the wild things sing. Hearts go light when the forest swings. Two hedgehogs rolling close with tiny velvet feet. They nudge a pebble drum and make the whole grove beat. The bear gives out a twirl, the foxes call them near. The rabbits race the breezes till after.
Right, so I think that would do as far as painting goes. Like I say, I don't want it to be like, you know, perfect. So I'll leave that to dry and then we can move on to the next bit. These are all dry now, so next I'm going to set them into place using some Mod Podge. So I'm going to cover the whole base of this tray in some Mod Podge. I'm just going to brush that all the way round. Get a good covering on the bottom of there. That will do, I think. Let's take that little stringy bit off. Right, and that bit there. That's better. Just tidy up that side bit. Right, so next, let's place these down where I want them. So I think the end ones I want right up against the end. So if I put that one down first, and then that one over there. Just make sure those corners are pushed down well. So that's those two. And then let's do the next one. So let's just lay them out gently first of all, so I can still lift them up if I need to move them. So that's that one, that one, that one, and that one. Right, so they're going to need to move over a fraction. So let's move that one over. Try and get some equal space in between them all. Oh, I've gone too far now. Move that one over a bit. And that one. And that one. I think that would do like that. Right, so let's place that one down there. And that one, let's line that one up a bit better. That's better. That one. And that one there, and then that one there. Lovely. And then I'm just going to go back over the top of it with the Mod Podge as well, just to make sure that's all nicely sealed in. And this will dry clear. And then once it's dry, we can give it a top coat of resin, and then that will give it some protection as well. So just making sure I've got down all those edges. Push that down firmly, just get under there. Right, I think that will do. Right, so we'll leave that to dry, and then I'll come back when it's dry with some resin mixed up. So I'll see you in a little while. This is all dry now, and I've mixed up some more of the Let's Resin 1:1 epoxy resin, and I'm going to add to that some of the Unicone Art crushed crystal. So let's pop a little bit of that into there. Put the lid back on that before it goes everywhere, and just get that mixed in. So now that's all mixed in, I'm just going to pour this straight in, and then scrape out my pot. Hopefully I've made enough, and then I'm just going to work that all the way to the edges, just swishing it all the way around, taking it all the way to the edge. Just going to help that along a bit with the stick, just make sure that everywhere's covered, which I think it is. So I'm just going to give that a quick torch with a lighter, pop any bubbles, and then we'll leave this to cure, and then I'll see you back in a little while. This is all cured now and looking lovely. Nice little sparkle going on in there as well. Very pretty. Right, so to finish it off, I want to put some feet on the bottom. And I saw Susie from Serendipity Creations using some beads the other week, and I thought, what a fab idea for some feet. So I've got these green beads. Let's just pop them down there for a minute. And I'm going to stick them on using some Gorilla Glue. So I'm just going to put some glue on the bottom of that bead there, and then use some activator spray, spray that down, and then hold that bead down in place. So that's the first one. So I'll just do the same with the other three. Bit of glue, a bit of activator spray, and then place that one down. And the activator spray, that just speeds up the speed that the glue sets. So that's that one. And let's do these last two. Some spray down there, pop that there, and then the last one, bit of glue on there, bit of spray, pop that there. And then to finish them off, I've got these little cork circles. So I thought I'll just put one of these on the top, cover that hole up. So that's that one. So same again with the other three. Pop that on there. And then finally the last two there. So that one on there. And then one more on there. So that's all my feet done. Fab idea, Susie, with the beads. I like that. So that will sit off the floor now as well. So that's my tray all finished. So thank you ever so much for watching my video today. Stay tuned for the pictures at the end, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.
Two foxes dart through ferns with leaf bright grins for me. A bear taps on a stump like it found a melody. Two squirrels zip and loop around a crooked pine. Two rabbits hop in circles in the mossy morning shine. Hear the soft